Hello again, guys.
Hi.
We're just
Of
gonna
course you start recording while I'm doing.
whatever, it's fine. So we were filming like 3 minutes ago until I realized why Shaylee's audio wasn't coming through.
Did you fix
So
it?
I did. I can almost 100% tell already
Oh,
that I can hear you a lot better. So we're gonna just explain that we did have an episode coming out, and the same reason why that it didn't
yes.
come out is the reason I just illustrated. Chili's didn't have audio last time because,
No, I did not. And
uh,
Kyle was just sitting there attempting to read my lips, and it wasn't working out very well.
yeah, and the reason that happened is because, for whatever reason, OBS decided that um, Shaylee's default audio was coming through my TV.
Hmm.
So when we do these, I have my headphones on, and both audio input and output are put to my headphones. So when it's not set properly on OBS, nothing comes through OBS.
Good
So
to know.
now I'm now I'm thinking that we're good. So
Yay, I hope.
yeah, we did a little start to the episode kind
We
of.
did, solely because I'm sorry, I'm bringing it up again because I haven't thrown it out yet. You were judging me for this.
Yes, and as everyone should. Now again, I'll say
No!
no.
Rude.
Just yes. Um. I'll say in defense of Shaylee, I was getting to the defending you thing, but you were all no rude.
Anyway, go before I.
Sometimes we have to adapt to the easiest of things to eat and other things. Like I think we discussed this before, but like go squeeze is just like you literally open it, squeeze it, and it's in your face, as
Yes.
you said
It's so much
previously.
easier than like cracking open an actual cup of applesauce, finding a spoon, and then attempting to not drop the applesauce everywhere. You can literally just stick it in your face and be good. Like,
Literally open it, squeeze it, and it's in your face. Go squeeze.
Yeah, so I mean, and I can get behind that because for me, I have a whole bunch of like sippy cups in my house.
yes. And as I illustrated earlier, as usual, I also have one because welcome to my life.
Yeah, and I mean I get that. Like I hope everybody understands that. It's just a lot easier and safer in terms of me spilling things. Like
Yes.
I still have a massive startle reflex. So if somebody just comes into my room and I'm holding a Coke, people have like there was one time I got startled by my dad coming in and I was sitting beside these two chairs right here hanging out with some friends. My dad came in and I didn't see him or something and he startled
Oh
me
God.
and my legs because I was holding the Coke in between my legs because you just have to do that sometimes. So if you're in a manual chair, it's just easier. And I jumped kind of like startle jumped, and it the Coke just became a mist in the air. Like
Oh.
it just was it like it flew in the air and then it
Oh
like
no.
rained down on top of
Oh
me. So
no.
it's literally raining Coke. And
Oh God.
it was in that moment my father said, "This is the most ashamed I've ever been of you,"
Oh
and
my God.
yeah, I did do that. So
Welcome to why I've also learned it's just best not to pick things up. Like if I open a Coke or something and I decide I'm not pouring it into like a glass with a lid, then I will just bring it over to a table, set it in a particular spot. I bought like 10-inch straws for this exact reason. Because then you set it in a spot close to wherever you're going to be, and then you just have to lean over and grab the straw rather than picking up the entire thing.
yeah, that that makes 100% sense. For me, it's just like Like even this water bottle, my previous one was just like so hard to open that like I can't shut this all the way either. If I shut it all the way, there's no shot for me to turn this thing. And I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but like other people with disabilities, comment down below. But if something changes with this, like if there's like moisture on the lid or something, most people can handle that and just power through it. If there's moisture on the lid from like being in a fridge or something, residue, there's no shot I can open it. I have to
No,
wait.
it's
I
too
have to wait
slippery.
for it to dry. Like,
Welcome to why I bought a bottle opener.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure this is too big for your bottle opener.
No, it is. Like there are bigger sizes of it, but like even when I go to open those like pure leaf iced tea things, same thing. I have to grip it in a very particular way. Make sure this hand isn't like spazzing, or actually kind of make it spaz around it so that it's tight enough to hold on to while twisting with the other side.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's very particular. We'll do like when we're together in person again. We'll do like some demonstrations for you guys of just little things that we do possibly differently than other people. Like even I don't even know if I open a soda the right way. Like,
What do you mean?
cause I like go from the front and and go under the thing and then pop it open. Most people come
I
from
would just try to use the side of my finger, but I don't have the strength for that.
like
So
like
again, bottle opener.
most people like turn it so the tab is facing them and then pop it open. I have it facing away from me.
Oh God, that's terrifying. What if it spills over the other? Ugh.
Uh, I've never had that issue. I've always been stable enough to just
At
handle
least
it.
if it's facing you, you can see where the liquid is sloshing. Ugh.
Sloshing. Um, yeah. So there's a couple of examples, and the other half of this episode was just basically going to explain to you guys that things have been
Why we have sucked at filming.
yes, things have been kind of just bleh for both of us.
Yes,
Um,
for various reasons.
uh, it's fourth wave time here where we are. I'm back at home because of COVID related things. I will.
I'm not yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was shortly.
It might happen. Yeah. Um, I am headed back to work on Monday, like back in person, and Shaylee's like apartment, like building, shut down there for like a couple of weeks. So anything we wanted to
Yeah.
do in person just
Yeah, and
didn't
hilariously,
happen.
the first time that we tried to film this episode when my audio was still being screwy, I had forgotten about that. What? Oh yeah, we weren't because okay, I finished my summer job on the 24th of August. The day after that, a letter came out that was like, by the way, this floor that you're living on is on outbreak because there's a possible like case of COVID or whatever. And everybody's getting locked down. Nobody's leaving their rooms. Nobody's going in or out. Nothing. Thankfully, it ended the day before I had to start practicum. And I was like, thank goodness, because at that point I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to do the physician virtually if I needed to. Thankfully, I don't have to. Yay. But
Yeah,
that's also possibly a thing that could happen again. I hope not, but we'll see.
yeah. There's just a lot going on, and I'm sure everybody else in that is watching this video has dealt with a lot of different stuff. But to those of you that have been requesting us to do finally upload and do an episode,
Here you are.
you're welcome.
It's literally okay. This episode happened because we were sitting in a Discord going, we need to do something with our lives today, but what do we want to do? We are like, it's been a while since we filmed. And then Brian was like, you realize that requires me switching to a Zoom meeting, right? So that we're on the appropriate sides of where we're supposed to be. And he was like, how opposed to that idea are you right now? And I'm like, less opposed than usual, and he was like, "All right, I'm taking it. Let's go."
I was like, I'd have to leave before she changes her mind. Is what happened. So,
Yes,
we're here now. Dylan, you're welcome. Um,
yes.
I totally get it though. Like, there's been a lot of any motivation that we've had to do videos
Anything.
is usually sparked by general ideas or things that we're up to. The problem with that is we're not up
We have
to
been up to
anything.
nothing.
So we don't have a lot for you guys.
I have zero motivation to do anything productive in my life currently.
I mean,
So
the only thing I can, ask you is, tell the people about your practicum experience, how that's going for you. But
so far so good. It's been interesting to say the least, but so far so good.
interesting in what way?
Just
These are
adjusting to.
these are gonna be genuine reactions, guys, because she doesn't tell me anything about her
Well, because I'm
practicum.
not really allowed to. Like, I can't really go into specifics of anything
Why not?
because confidentiality exists.
Just tell us what you're doing.
Basically, okay, it's a similar job to what I had over the summer. It's activity planning, it's running programming.
Uh-huh.
Similar idea.
And you watched James and the Giant Peach the other day.
That was such an acid trip. It was so
It's a
bad.
Tim Burton movie. I don't know what you were expecting.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that.
Are you a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas? I'm curious. Are you?
No.
Yeah,
No.
okay. That tracks.
Also, I want to like Coraline because the concept is interesting, but ugh.
I don't know what that is.
Really? Okay, go Google that later. I
Yeah.
want to like it because the concept seems interesting, but I can
Coraline?
never. Yes,
No idea.
go Google it later. It's a complicated plot.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Um, Honestly, like the thing that's been getting me through personally, all this stuff is just movie nights. Like
Yes.
I know what day it is on Wednesday again, or on movie nights
That's
again.
the only time I have a concept of time because our friends will text and be like, "Yo, movie night." Yo, yeah.
Yo, yeah. Can we please title the episode "Yo, yeah"? Just title this, Kyle, "Yo, yeah." Episode whatever this is number, and it
No idea. It's been so long. I'm so sorry to all of our audience who we've left hanging for like what 3 weeks now, 2 weeks,
at least 3 weeks. Yeah, I don't have like we've done like one episode since I've been back from vacation, which
which
is
is not great.
a
Well, because we
scary
lost all
amount
the
of
other
time.
footage too,
We did,
and we had my vlogs from while you were gone,
we did, but
which kind of half counts, sort of.
I will say everything we've previously filmed, I have
Is
deleted.
gone.
I've deleted now because it's been out of date for quite some time. So, my bad. I promise you guys we will do like Disney trivias again. We had those ready
When we
and
have motivation.
yeah, I just haven't I just they were so out of date that we're just gonna have to do them again.
I will
And
have you know that I will probably kick butt again, though.
you will have me know that you're wrong is what you will have me know. The reason I deleted them is because you did kick my butt, and so this entire month, in secret, I have been training in a dungeon. Uh, Not at all true. I'm still gonna get my ass kicked.
I guess the other mildly exciting thing is that I finally dragged you into Switch to Birth.
She did. Oh yeah, I finished House, guys.
Oh yeah, we gotta do it. Yeah, I forgot about that.
See, I have ADHD too now. See what happened? You see? You see? I dated her, and you see what happened? So yeah, I finished House. Okay, so
Are you telling the internet you're serious?
listen. Now, okay, listen.
Are you telling them?
I'm not telling the theory because I actually did start kind of writing it today.
What did you? Okay.
The fan fiction. I'm gonna write a fanfic, by the way, so look out for
Because
that.
he has a theory that I hate.
Yeah. Anyway, no. I'm just gonna tell you my overall feelings towards the series. Now, loved it. Loved it. Highly recommend if you have a Hobbit waffles relative or someone you love in your family or someone close to you, make them watch this show and
So good.
they'll just become so much more appreciated tid not tiv in your life. You'll just be like, I get why you're waffle now, and you watch that show. You're just like, I get it. I totally understand
He's
waffle.
all with good reasons.
He has purpose. Waffle. This and
Kyle, please try to caption that. I just want to watch you spell out.
waffle purpose. Waffle. This that's gonna be a segment from now on when I just do something waffle on the channel. It's gonna be purpose waffle. So anyway, yeah. So that part is the show is great and everything. So the only issue I have with it is the ending. Now, I'm not gonna get into my theory. I'm just gonna tell you.
Good, because I don't want to get into this argument again. Because your theory is wrong. I like the idea as a fan fiction, but your theory is wrong. Let me keep my canon.
Okay. Anyway, look out for the fanfic that proves my theory correct. Anyways, I just found the last like 4 to 5 episodes of the season incredibly, like the final season, incredibly rushed, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just-
not wrong.
It's just all of a sudden, like spoilers ahead. By the way, so Kyle, if you could put
Stop
a spoiler,
watching now if
if you know, like third to last episode, I'm pretty sure it was third to last. Wilson, the secondary,
no, third to last was the like actual aggressive treating of the cancer.
was it
We
third
found
to
out a
last?
few episodes
It
before
was
that.
it was fourth to last then, because it wasn't that far between when you found out and the savage treatment. Like it was literally like with 4 episodes to go, Wilson's like, "Hey, I got cancer, bro," and
And then House has to go through some,
waffle.
and it's not great.
Yeah, like I guess perhaps um logistically thinking about it, if I was watching this episodically as opposed to binge watching it, it would have
It
been
would have been
different.
a month span because it would have released.
I'm assuming the I have cancer episode would have been like a Christmas, like before shutdown, like you know how they do the mid-season
Break thing. Yeah.
break thing. I'm assuming that episode would have been like the mid-season break, and then they do the final 5 or 6 episodes.
Even still, though, there's a reason everybody boycotts season 8.
Waffle.
Season 8.
It just felt like they needed to put like a cutoff to the series, so all of a sudden it's just cancer. 3 episodes later, and
And plus, Cuddy
And-
was gone, and it's just not the same with Foreman as the dean. It's
Um,
not.
it's
I miss
not.
Cuddy.
It's not. But given the circumstances,
I
I
know, but also
waffle.
that.
No, I get it. I get it.
Sorry, I'm swearing a lot in this episode. Sorry, Kyle. That's gonna
No,
be
don't-
editing hell
yeah,
for you.
Yeah, don't apologize to Kyle. Apologize to your parents. They always comment on how much Shaylee swears on her episode. It's a lot. That's the crazy part. They only see the edited parts. Just imagine the unedited.
Please bleep me out every time I. Anyway,
Wasn't it gonna be waffles? Was it gonna be?
it was. Are we keeping that? Because that's amazing.
Yeah, I think so. So anyway, I get why they put Foreman in that position because there's no other.
So do I. But like,
There's no
really,
other real power, like authority type person aside from Cuddy that would emerge in that role. Like, you put any of House's team in that role besides Foreman, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no. Chase would turn into him, and Cameron would just be like easy pushover.
Well, Cameron would have been an interesting one to bring back for that. But
Or 13 had 13 not like run
That
off
would
and
have been
turn her.
cool, but I also think 13 wouldn't have done that because she's too much of an anti-authority type person.
Yeah, she's too much like House too.
Yeah.
Her and Chase both are too much like House for that job.
But I mean, overall, like I said, the show's wonderful. Love it. And I never thought in a million years I would love a doctor type
Honestly,
show.
neither did I. And you were like when you said you wanted to watch it, I was like, "Are you sure?" Because it's depression, and
Yeah,
that's
and
pretty much it.
yeah, no, and since Shaylee and I have been back together, I've been trying to get into her things, which leads me to my next point, which will have to be incredibly quick because we're at the 20-minute threshold somehow.
This is a
Um,
catch-up episode. It's fine. We can go like an extra 10 anyway. What?
let's do it. Um, which leads me to why I started watching a show called Switched at Birth. Now, for those of you that don't know,
It is the OC for deaf people.
it is. There is
Is what we've been calling it.
the main character, or one of the main characters in it, is deaf, and so a lot of it is just I, a teenage angst kind of drama type show, but it adds that extra element of having to deal with society in a challenging manner.
And there's already been a couple episodes that like because it's been forever since I've watched it all the way through too. So it's like there's already been a couple of things in episodes where we're like, holy crap, this has far too many parallels to our life.
yeah,
And we
and
will probably do an episode related to that eventually.
yes, yeah, that was actually discussed at one point, so we will do that for you guys. But it's it's quite interesting because in several because it's like several seasons long, they don't try to be the inspirational type thing. There's a couple episodes in there every season that are like, hey, she did this, that's great. Like when there's the first season, she does a basketball tournament.
Yeah.
And
And she's like, all of this pressure's on me because, like it or not, I represent all deaf people everywhere. Like, somebody emailed me from Hong Kong, somebody drove from Indiana to see the game because I'm a basketball player and I'm deaf.
yes, and to a much lesser extent, Shaylee and I have experienced both of those types of things where it's been like, hey, so you have a voice in your ear. Can you speak to this, please? And it's like, okay, I
Guess we're just doing that.
I guess I'm here now. And as like I've discussed in the past, as much as I love doing that, there is that underlying assumption and pressure that goes with that. That's definitely not
Yeah.
made for everyone. So can totally get behind that. But
And also, sorry, I,
no,
sorry,
I
I,
go ahead. I was actually going to get to a new point, so if you want to add to that, go
so
ahead.
was I. I also wanted to talk about that other scene really quick, just with like the kitchen and her starting to work there. And Jeff just being like, dude, when I heard you were deaf, I didn't know what to expect, but you are incredibly like unsafe in my kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
And like basically you need to not exist in my kitchen and go wash dishes.
Yeah.
Uh, the discrimination there, like I get it, but also it's not that difficult to like because the whole thing that instigated it was that A, she mislip read something, and B, she didn't hear like how in kitchens they always say behind you because there's hot food and if you happen to like stumble over it then that's a problem. She didn't hear somebody do that, and that made her boss like freak out. But it's not that difficult to just like A, turn your head a little bit more, enunciate a little bit more, learn a few signs,
Mm-hmm.
like learn behind you or whatever. Thankfully, by the end of that episode or the next episode, I don't remember, she's at least smart enough to adapt to it and do what you got to do. She puts up a mirror in the corner of her dishwashing station so that she can see people coming from behind her, and that's not a problem.
Yeah. There's plenty of times where it's it has been that way for me too. But I will say, like, my coworkers and stuff have done a great job in terms of helping me adapt to every situation I've been in.
Yeah, mine have
So
always been super lovely too, thank goodness. I've never had quite that level of a boss that's like, you really just shouldn't be here.
no, I've never really had that issue. But there's definitely there's definitely anxiety that goes with the starting a job too, because like I think we mentioned this in a previous episode, but when I started there, I didn't really want to show as much as my disability as I probably should have. I just wanted to be like, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I can do this kind of
Yeah.
thing. Until eventually you just go, okay, this is a bit past my abilities. And I think
Yeah. And
everybody goes
eventually
through
you
that.
have to hit a point where you're like, okay, I'm too disabled for this. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely like Shaylee again was like, there's no way you're gonna like this show. So we watched like
you
two
were 90% of the way through season one, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, but we watched like two episodes, and I was like, bro, this is the OC. This is my jam. What?
Well, okay, I didn't even know you were that big of an OC fan, though. That's the thing. I didn't know you liked cheesy teenage drama.
I was 16 once.
I was showing it to you solely so that you could pick up sign language for when we go to a wedding.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, um, but I'll be honest with you guys. I love the OC, and there's a couple of reasons why. I was 16, and Misha Barton was hot,
Then
and
Olivia Wilde was hot.
yeah, and then as it progressed, Olivia Wilde showed up, and she was hot, and just there's a character in the OC named Seth that I just identified
Seth
with.
is Emmett, we've decided.
Yeah, that I identified with so greatly that I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna root for you, and we're just watch this show. So, um, and Switch to Birth is very much like that. There's
Yeah.
there's a character in it that I want to see happy at the end of every episode,
And
and
he's never happy.
he never is, which is, I guess, the same as us. Um,
You always pick the characters that never get to be happy, ever.
listen, Emmett gets to be happy at some point. It's just not. We're not there yet. I hope, maybe, really, but they end up
Kinda.
back together. What?
I'm not telling you anything.
You said they end up back together.
You will, okay, eventually, but I'm not telling you when that happens.
Tragic.
Also, other depressing things happen with other. Anyway.
Well, we're gonna watch an episode after this. Because we did our obligatory job and did an episode for you guys. So.
Job.
Well, job. Don't get me wrong. We love doing these. We just had nothing to give to you until
No, we are not interesting people lately. Although we say that and we've been talking for half an hour. I am so sorry,
Yeah.
Kyle.
until we realized that I finished house and we did nothing with that information.
Yes.
But yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to. I guess is we're watching Switch to Birth.
And I also finally watched a football game all the way through and kind of understood it.
I'm actually really I was really proud. The sad thing was I wasn't there to see it, so she could have been lying. Oh, waffles.
No, I found a link on Reddit. Somebody was streaming it, and it's so much easier to see on a laptop, tiny screen. I can see where the ball is going. It's great.
Fair enough, but I points where it's due. There, she watched a football game. I won't expect her to watch any other one ever again. But
Well, I can't watch tomorrow's because I'll be at a movie with a friend. But
yes, but yeah, no, it's just been kind of a rut. Like Shay and I are doing good and everything. Don't worry about
we're
that.
just tired.
It's we're just tired. A
And
lot of
stressed.
I've actually had a couple people have asked, like, did you guys break up? Is that why you guys didn't do an episode? No.
Oh my god, really? Oh
No.
We're still together, very happy couple, promise, just not separately happy.
Yeah, we're really happy with each other. I promise you guys. There's no issues there, unless she hasn't told me anything. But
No, never.
but we're doing good. I promise. It's been just like a slog, is for lack
Yeah.
of a better term.
Yeah, that's about where we're at right now.
But we appreciate your patience. I know we go through this once every couple months, but it is a pandemic. Give me a break. So with that, I'm gonna actually before we leave, I'm gonna show you guys some things that I've learned. Okay?
Oh, I'm scared. All right, let's see what you remember.
Because I've been signing. So this is thank you. Okay?
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. So now this is father. This
Yep.
is father. This is mom.
No, mom's up here on your chin.
Mom. And this is what's this one again?
You always forget that it's just fine. Like I'm doing fine.
So this is this is this is I think this is B.
4 fingers together, thumb across.
Yeah, this is B.
R.
So this is B, and this is R, and this is B. So I do this a lot because I'm always like, I'm gonna get a drink, and then
Because we're signaling each other when we're coming back to the Discord, so we don't have to unmute and scare the crap out of each other.
yeah.
Or I just wave emphatically and try to get your attention, and then you're not watching.
Yes, most of the time. And then she says, "Hey," and I'm like, "Whoa, what the waffle?" But I'm trying. There's a.
What else have you learned? I'm trying to remember what else I taught you.
I know this is game,
Oh yes, game.
or this is also game, like just this.
Yeah.
And
I taught you beautiful.
yes, which I used to say that Shaylee is beautiful, which is correct. There's
I taught you dance.
yeah, dance is like
Like you flip your wrist and then you just make like 2 legs dancing. Yeah.
So there's oh, I was gonna learn basketball too, which I think it's just this.
I think it's literally just like you make a basketball
It's
with your
just a
hands and you
ball.
kind of jiggle it a little bit.
It's just like this. It's just
Yeah.
a ball. But I'm trying because Shaylee signs all the time.
I mean, I'm not
So.
completely fluent, but I do it more than I would like to admit.
Yeah, so I'm learning. I'm bad, but
I mean, so am I.
for the people that watch our show, if there are any of you that are ASL,
If you want to help
Um,
us get better at it, please do.
yeah.
Please.
Not only that, but I will do like at the end of every episode, I'll do a sign that I learned for you guys. Just
I want to do like a voices off portion on one of our episodes one day and just see how much you remember.
We'll just do a straight up like I'll interpret for Shay.
You'll interpret for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll interpret for Shay one episode, but you guys gotta give me time for that, okay? Because
Yes.
I'm not there
And
yet.
like I said, I'm not fluent either, so like it's not real ASL. It's like signed English, more likely.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. But on that note, I guess that's interesting. So we do some interesting things. But on that note, we'll just end it there. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like the video. Click subscribe if you really like it.
Click the notification bell so you never miss any of our posts.
And we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Sorry.
Where are the stars tonight? Where are the movie stars?